Hey everyone. I've been away for a while now for a few reasons. I'm focusing on a variety of entrepreneurial pursuits and reorienting my long term plans. And this has had major impacts on my short term activities, and in some ways has kept me offline in the real world. While I would love to be a lot more specific about what I'm doing offline, since May of 2017, I've had numerous individuals and groups attempt to dox me. When The Feminist Lie was first released in May 2017, it was feminists who tried to deplatform and dox me. Now, part of this is because Amazon, when my book was first published, associated my pen name with an IT author who was an old white guy, and he started getting harassed. While I'm old, I'm Latino, I'm not white. So, feeling bad for this patsy, I contacted Amazon to disassociate this author from my work. As an American civic nationalist, I eventually committed the crime of disagreeing with white nationalists and racists and the more spurgy members of the alt-right. Now, I mention these three groups separately because while sometimes there's crossover, they are three separate groups, and alt-right members should never be considered racist by default. But the mainstream media often does this to generate clickbait, but I digress. Unable to formulate any kind of cohesive argument in response to the basis of my disagreements, members of these groups, in retaliation, also attempted to dox me as well. This time, they attempted to add my book to the wiki page of a member of the 80s new wave band Devo. His name was the same as my pen name, Bob Lewis, and also lived in Washington State. While amusing, this was also incorrect, because the guy is like 70 years old or something. Either way, it was definitely a concerted effort by multiple people within these three groups. They even got me false flagged off of Twitter, and they got my Twitch live stream account temporarily suspended. Then, recently, the Internet Hobo Spurg Squad within the MGTOW community attempted to dox me as well. Apparently, this group of bum-fighting MGTOW YouTubers made a coordinated effort to dox me. And you gotta give them an A for effort, because they even biometrically analyzed my voice to come up with their conclusion, but I give them an F for execution. Why an F? Well, F is for fucktard. You see, these bum-fighting drama queen MGTOW YouTube fucktards are definitely fucktarded. You see, these fucktards assumed that everything I've said was a lie. No reason. They just assumed this. Then they took their confirmation bias to the absolute moronic, which, if you've seen any of their videos, it seems to be the standard operating procedure. Then these fucktards concluded that based on their own confirmation bias and emotional bitch thinking, that I'm someone I'm not. Some guy named Jason something. Now, when I first saw the video on this, which by the way, I will not link in the description below, because I never give charity to panhandling hobos or bums, even if said hobo or bum runs their own YouTube channel. I laughed so hard I cried. In fact, part of the reason I haven't made any content for so long is because every time I think about it, I burst out in laughter. They couldn't even get my age right, even though I've repeatedly stated my age and how old I am on multiple public streams on TFM's show and on his 420 show, as well as hundreds of times in his public Discord, both publicly and privately. These dipshit Spurg sleuths couldn't even accurately figure that out, let alone anything else. Only recently have I been able to recover enough to make a video. However, I still get a chuckle every time I think about it. Now that this is out of the way, let's talk about why I'm actually making this video. Because the above examples are relevant to the actual subject of this video, which is masculine men create a future and bitch-thinking manginas create drama. However, before I dive into drama specifically, please understand that bitches and bitch-thinking manginas always reframe valid and legitimate critique and concern as drama. Then they project their dramatic bitch response onto you, the red-pilled individual listening to this video. They do this because they're blue-pilled bitch thinkers who aren't able to confront any legitimate observations or objective criticisms of their positions. So rather than respond to the issues, these manginas will attempt to cry, bitch, moan, and character assassinate through attempts at doxing and other sorts of ad hom logical fallacies, rather than address any of the actual concerns or issues. Further, like the manginas they are, they'll start rumors and other types of campaigns against you in order to destroy your credibility and any relationships you might have. This stuff is right out of the communist and feminist playbooks. Now, the easiest way to spot these bitch-thinking fucktards is that they make accusations with conviction without the benefit of any factual support whatsoever. This is why I tell people, don't watch drama YouTubers, because they're all blue-pilled bitch thinkers just looking to elicit an emotional response from their audiences, while at the same time hard shilling for cash. Speaking of hard shilling for cash, since YouTube demonetized my entire channel, you no longer have to sit through dog shit ads. However, if you would like to support my work, please feel free to subscribe to me via Patreon or Subscribestar. On Subscribestar, you can make a one-time donation or you can do a monthly recurring donation. It's up to you. And in the upper left-hand corner of this video is my Amazon bestseller, The Feminist Lie. It was never about equality, which 155 reviewers give it an overall of 4.5 stars out of 5. Additionally, I'm going to start live streaming on Twitch again very soon. I did some testing earlier today to ensure my stream runs correctly, and if you have Amazon Prime, you can support my work by subscribing to my Twitch channel. You pay nothing, and it supports my work a lot. Finally, check out my sponsors, The Dollhouse and Cash and Prizes, the documentary. Now that this hard shilling message is out of the way, let's get back to the subject at hand, drama YouTubers. You can always tell a drama YouTuber because all they do is create drama with other YouTubers and almost never provide any insight or entertainment beyond creating drama in the train wreck fashion that they do. Whereas YouTubers with valid criticisms or insight will often have well thought out and ethically supported positions that they are happy to explain and defend without getting overly emotional, unlike the fucktards I discussed earlier in this video. Now, we've spent enough time talking about blue pill manginas. Let's talk about masculine men. Masculine men build, they create, and they solve problems both online and offline in the real world. In fact, masculine men created all of society, and every major invention throughout history was developed by masculine men. I think the only exception to this are traps. The challenge here, though, is how does one become a masculine man? Well, first and foremost, if you're socially isolated, this is a problem, and even by itself, definitely leads to bitch thinking. The solution: go out and meet people in the community around you and find people you can be friendly with face to face. Secondly, get outside and do things that don't require an internet connection. Things like going to the gym, camping, fishing, hunting, or any other outdoor activity. Then meet and learn from others who already do these sorts of activities, and you might even make some friends. Now, some may be concerned that these things might be expensive and you're living paycheck to paycheck. Well, there's many ways to reduce your expenses and to make these things fit into your budget. If you're tight on money or you don't have a lot of money at the end of the month, ask yourself the following questions. Do I eat out at restaurants a lot? If so, stop. This is extremely expensive and for most people, unsustainable. Cook your own food. And I mean cook, like actually cook from scratch, not microwave a box dinner or an instant burrito. Next, do I eat a lot of grain products or processed sugar? If so, stop. These things develop bitch thinking and can be highly addictive. Consider switching to a Mediterranean diet, a keto diet, or a paleo diet. These things will help you drop to and maintain a healthy weight, which will help with testosterone production and longevity. This also means stop drinking soda and sugary drinks. I've seen people do this and immediately lose 15 pounds. Just as importantly, either stop or minimize alcohol consumption and smoking. Beer is an estrogen creator and will contribute to turning you into a mangina and should be avoided at all costs. Abstaining from habitual drinking and smoking will also help with impulse control, something many alcoholics and smokers don't have. Breaking these bad habits will also help you save money that you can use to invest in the outdoor activities I mentioned earlier. Next question: do I exercise? If not, consider getting the book Convict Conditioning or another similar body weight strength training guide to help develop strength. The advantage of body weight strength training over weights is that you are far less likely to injure yourself, and it is far easier to develop functional strength with this method than with free weights alone. Further, don't forget about core conditioning. A strong core in a man is correlated with longevity. Things that help with this are ab exercises, Pilates, and yoga. Finally, make sure you stretch and focus on flexibility, because if you stop stretching, you lose range of motion in your muscles, making you stiff, which can also lead to injuries down the road. While the initial purchase of the book will cost a small amount of money, exercise in itself is free. Next, we need to talk about loneliness. While many masculine men live a somewhat solitary life, as social animals, we need to socialize with others. We need face-to-face, real-world contact with others. If we don't get it, it not only hurts us psychologically, but it can also contribute to an early death. Social isolation has very real destructive consequences. Never allow it into your life. Lastly, as a masculine man, it's important to educate yourself. Always be learning. This means read books, watch educational videos, and get together with your newly formed social contacts and learn skills from them also. This will help your cognitive processes and keep your mind active. If you have a full-time job or go to school full-time and do these things, you will find that you don't have a lot of time for drama bitch thinkers. And after a while, when your testosterone gets back in balance, you will find that as a man going his own way, you're going to more easily see bitch-thinking manginas and bullshitting fucktards for what they really are. Which leads me to some final thoughts to take with you throughout your day. Once you change your lifestyle to reflect the healthy habits contained in this video, get together with other men and share your successes with them. Be the example so others can learn from your experience. You see, masculine men who emulate other masculine men around them make everyone healthier and more physically and mentally resilient. And remember, masculine men make success happen, even if it takes a lot of time and hard work, while bitch-thinking fucktards just make excuses. I'm DDJ, and this dojo lesson has been your dose of misandry today.